Hey, I'm freshly back from New York City from AI Engineering Summit, and this was waiting for me inside the inbox. So I finally have access to Claude Code Beta, and let's see what needs to be done to start going. And let's now create a new directory, Daytona Claude Code Demo, Daytona Claude Code Demo, and then you start Claude inside it. It's asking some setup instructions, so I now need to log in. It will basically ask me to authorize Claude Code, and now we are successfully logged in. Have some security notes. Do you trust this folder? Yes, obviously I have created the folder. And let's also do one more thing. So let's open Finder, and I have prepared one file which is essentially docs from Daytona condensed into one single file, concatenated into one single file to be easily digestible by LLM. So I will only put this file inside Daytona folder, and let's initialize the folder. So this will basically create a CloudMD file with some instructions on for Claude that will always be appended to the context when working with Claude Code. So it found the file and it's analyzing it. Well, it's also searching for some typical stuff, like it's expecting that you maybe have cursor installed, and yeah, so it's going through the folder, and it basically created a CloudMD file. Do you want to make this edit? Yes, it's always asking you to confirm, so it won't do anything if you don't allow it to. Essentially, the biggest problem, everything is happening on your device, so if you run like remove rf and delete everything, then you are in a problem. So let's see, now it's waiting for new instructions, and let's do something simple. So I would like to use Daytona SDK to start Daytona Sandbox, in which we would in which we will execute some Python code, but first generate a sample code with some impressive, I don't know, calculations with random numbers, and install all needed requirements inside Daytona Sandbox. In the worst case, use standard libraries. So just to have a failover, and yeah, I need just to run this, and let's see what will happen. At the same time, I basically need to find my Daytona API keys, and okay, so to do that, I will go to app Daytona.io, keys, create a new key, Claude Code Demo, okay, create. So these are my keys. Let's see what Claude did here. So Daytona Sandbox Demo Py, it's initializing sandbox, create a workspace. Okay, executing some commands inside directory. Okay, looks good. Yes, we will create this file, and you can see here the file has been created, and now Claude is deliberating. Let's see what will be next, like what will Claude come up next. Obviously it takes some time. So this is using a new Claude 3.7. Do you want to edit fallback demo? Okay, cool, it created a fallback file. This is cool, like using only standard libs. Okay, makes sense. So it summarizes what was done. I will also give it like, this is Daytona API key and Daytona API URL. So let's see what's next. Okay, it hard-coded those keys inside our existing file. It's showing you diff here, like what's removed, what's added. Do you want to make this edit? Yes. So it's changing both files. We can see both files here. We could also like start cursor inside this folder, and we can see the code that was done. So essentially, let's try to run it. So you could do it inside. Claude, or you could go to a command line. But basically, it's now realizing that we don't have install SDK. I don't want to install Daytona SDK without virtual environment, and so please start van and run pip install for requirements. So the flow is nice, kind of makes sense. So cursor detected a new virtual environment. We can see it also here. It was source and install. So the flow is nice. You don't need to know anything about Python or Daytona source. So yeah, what's now? Okay, fallback demo. And now if you are running it through Claude Code, Claude observes the outputs and it will try to fix the code. So targets should be US or EU, because now we have our infrastructure only in US and EU. But let's confirm for now, and we'll change target. Okay, change target to US. Yes, so Daytona can run wherever. You can even self-host Daytona. And we are also providing infrastructure and we are growing the infrastructure as we speak, so that we can accommodate any needs. Run it. You could also go in bash mode and directly type commands, but why would you do that when Claude can do it for you? Okay, it basically did some calculations. It started Daytona. Let's check it out. So let's be faster, run it again, and let's try to catch the new sandbox being created. Okay. Yeah, you can see it's creating, it's starting the sandbox. We are waiting for the output, and now the sandbox is being destroyed. So with Daytona, you can start a new environment in a couple hundred milliseconds, execute your code in it, and then kill the environment, and it can be done in under a second, depending on the time of execution of your code. So now we have some summary. The script ran successfully again, this time with a different sandbox ID. The results are slightly different, but the general performance is consistent. So would you like to try running for more advanced script that uses? Yes, let's try that. This is basically great because none of the code is executed on your machine. The code that was generated by Claude is executed in Daytona Sandbox. Now we have some errors. Let's try to, now you can see that I didn't do any writing of the code itself. Claude is doing everything, I'm just hitting enter. So imagine the opportunities, you can do whatever. Daytona is full-fledged environment, so you can run any programming language inside, not only Python. We can see on the right screen that code has been changed. It's refreshed. So this is great for creating any kind of boilerplate projects. Yesterday I was playing with it and I created a relatively complex boilerplate, but this is like really out of the scope of this video. I hope to have a separate video for this. So yeah, it takes some time waiting, but I would say it's not that terrible. Like considering the output of the code and the results that you receive, I would say the wait is justified. So it basically created it rewrote the whole script, like, and now it's creating an even more complex demo. Let's try to run it. Yeah, and it's cleaning up the sandbox. Okay, we have a new sandbox here. Let's see. Okay, so this is it for this demo. So enjoy Claude Code, which is super great, and with Daytona you could also mix it up and let your LLM generated code be run inside other people's computers and not on your own, because it's super scary, to be honest, to run LLM generated code on your machine.